Please give us please give us a moment. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. The show will start shortly. At the moment, we are still currently experiencing technical difficulties. Alrighty. I do believe the technical difficulties have gone away now. Now, enjoy the show. And welcome to another episode of Tired Place Testing, where actually today I am not playing things. Instead, I am going to, well, I actually haven't seen this trailer yet. I'm going to go ahead and blind react to the new season of the Splicer trailer that Bungie released how many hours ago? I don't know. I don't have a watch on right now. But I think it was around like noon or 1 or something. God, I just realized how fucking jank that is. Anyways, right. Let me just check if anyone's here. Okay. And without further ado. So picking up the, oh. Hold on, it wasn't picking up the audio. Fuck. All right. Let me just go ahead and put this here just in case. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now I think we're ready to go. All right, we're good now. We're good.
This morning, for the first time in humanity's long and storied history, the sun did not rise. It's a Vex simulation that has plunged the city into an endless night. Osiris and I could only think of one we might turn to. Mithrax. He claims to be among the last sacred splicers. Those with the power to commune with machines. Find him, Guardian. Before the Vex do.
We must splice an entrance to the Vex network.
Oh?
I can guide you, but I cannot follow. Once inside, you must find your own way.
Oh. Baby Elixni. Alrighty. So that was the video in its entirety. First time seeing that. Couple of things I noticed. One, at least two new stasis aspects. One of which was displayed very prominently, which don't know if this is Arc Strider? No. No, that had hold on. Ah fuck. Nope. Um that had stasis sound effects. Hold on. Oh god, that's really strange. Alright, give it a moment. That right there is not an Arc Strider thing. Can I get the frame? There it is, right there. So I don't think that's an Arc Strider. I really don't. It doesn't fit right. The staff is strange and hold on, let me see if I can get it even slower. Oh, nope, never mind. Yeah, that was an Arc Strider. Brain death. Anyways, yeah, you can see the sparks here. So that's definitely an Arc Strider. However, I do think this is going to be one of the seasonal ornament, like the seasonal armor. It's different than the ornaments. The next thing I noticed was this Stasis Spear that was displayed. Okay, so it looked like the Warlock threw out something. Okay, that was a ice wall grenade. And then when it exploded, it summoned a spear, right? So that's definitely an aspect. And then I think that's the Titan. No, yeah, that's the Titan. The Titan runs over, picks it up, and yeets it like a Valkyrie. All right, that's an interesting thing. Next thing I noticed was through here. This does not look like the normal Vex architecture that we know and love. You know, how it's all like white and metal. This is a lot like Prophecy. My first big thought was right here. That reminds me of the bit right after the Sparrow encounter. Um, and then the cubes over here, that kind of geometry reminds me of the Whisper mission, both in atmosphere and in geometry. I don't remember seeing clearly outlined blocks like this, like since Whisper, I think. Possibly before that, I don't know. I didn't really play during Season of the Undying or Season of Dawn, so I don't really know what the simulation or the Vex defensive looked like. But right, and then after that, oh, I don't want the audio. I want to skip ahead. Then the Vex network lies the power to extinguish humanity for good. Um, and now, okay, this scene right here is fucking beautiful. You can see all of this. Now, the first thing that makes me think of this is, let me go ahead and open. Sorry, I was reading through the Lexing language. I don't want the errata. I just want the normal Ishtar Collective. Fuck. Um. All right. One entry in Truth to Power. All right. I think it's the one that allows you choose react. Here we go. The city is gone. You see a metallic complex of ancient stone, green bronze matter, luminous pathways, and deep wells of Vex brine. The traveler's remains have been integrated into the network. Suddenly you perceive an infinity of human minds living within it. Some exist in familiar circumstances, others experience pain, pleasure, or madness beyond the ability to imagine. You understand that their limitless suffering, salvation, insanity is an incidental byproduct of greater works. To keep looking, go to L. And here, never mind, that's I. Okay, L. The Vex compromises your ghost, your body releases itself into a pool of saline and slime, and your ghost delivers your soul to the Axis Minds. Whatever. Where was the I? Guardians make their own fate, but what if the process by which they decide upon their own fate could be understood and manipulated? Again, the Vex would probably plan to do that. I forgot to add the link to this. Fuck. bit late. Anyways, this scene, while not exactly the same, does have that same kind of vibe. The city doesn't have the same. The city seems strange, and there's definitely, you can tell the Vexy shit in the air. Like, I think it's also shown a little bit better this frame. Yep, definitely. That's a lot of Vex stuff. That looks like Atheon. However, it's in a background that isn't the Vaulted Glass. The Vaulted Glass had a pale blue and gray background. Well, Osiris is relevant again. Hawthorne's missing. Miserax also. Pipis. So these are all dregs. You can tell. Also, I was right about them having mohawks. This is actually a really good drawing reference right here. You'd be surprised. And then they're all bundled up. This frame right here reminds me of Prophecy. Again, I'm going to be tying Prophecy back because I still have a lot of theories about it. This frame right here, with the light above, the dark, and the Guardians here, reminds me of the first encounter of Prophecy towards the end, where you first meet the Kel Echo, which is supposed to represent all that Aramis is rebelling against, moving up and into the sands of time. Alright, first, the House Sigil. This is interesting. It reminds me of the Exiles symbol, which is important because they didn't have one. The House of Exiles on the Moon used Crota's symbol in most of their banners, though adapted to the Alexian art style. Another thing I noticed is that he had. Never mind, no, that's not a finger. That's part of his blade. I thought he had 4 fingers for a moment. I was like, okay. Next, big spike, big fluff. Hi, Aravis. What are you doing? My cat's yelling at me. Sorry. That right there. Perfect frame. So, obviously, Misarax has a unique model. The most unique thing is that I think he might have lost his arm. Because I think that has 4 fingers. And yeah, because that's a lot of tubing, and I don't think there's much room under his chitin. Don't see any things there. Right. Next, blue. This is interesting because Misarax was House of Wolves, and this is going to tie into a different theory I had later about Skulless. Um, that right there, the sacred splicers, those with the power to commune with machines. So every house has splicers, not just the devils. The splicers are the parts of the house that basically take foreign technology and tinker with it and like form all sorts of new technology. Brigs, spider tanks, shanks, shrapnel launchers, even servitors at one point, but those were all the way back on Reese. The splicers are tasked with creating the technology and weaponry that keeps a house alive. Now, what this is implying is that there are some splicers that can actually communicate with machines, not just being skilled with working with them, like actually communicating with them, which is interesting because we kind of do that with keyboards, but I think they can do it with their minds. I don't know yet, but it's interesting. We haven't heard a mention of a sacred splicer ever before, at least as far as I can tell. We've never heard Misarax being referred to as a splicer. We've only referred to him as a Kel and a captain. That's it. Though, actually, no, that's wrong. During, I believe it was the Queensbreakers tab in the Lord of Wolves. No, Lord of Wolves and Outbreak are when he's talking to his fire team. Um, Queensbreaker, yeah, and Truth. Is when he's talking to Sirido. And I think it's Truth that he finds a small hatchling under a crashed wolf ship in a battle in the reef during the Reef Wars when Skolas said, "Ha, no, fuck you," and rebelled against the Awoken. That was where Misodax got his start. Also, sorry about the clacking. I am trying to get lunch without activating my mic. I have 50 minutes before I have to get to physical therapy. Okay, so I think I can finish this in time. So, Skolas. I mentioned that bitch. So, Skolas the rabbits, Skolas the Kell of Wolves, and self-designated Kell of Kells. If I'm remembering correctly, at one point he started fucking around with Vex Tech. Now, this is a bit of a long stretch. I wonder, because there's no way in hell that Skolas would have been able to do what he did without having some kind of in between in the Vex network. Like, what he did was go through time. I think he also resurrected himself. I don't remember. I didn't play D1. But what I'm trying to imply is that it's possible, very slim chance, that Miserax is a descendant of Skolas. And that Skolas might have been a Sacred Splicer. I know, seems very unlikely. Very unlikely. But given both of them having a Wolves heritage, a connection to the Vex, being involved in the Reef Wars, with Miserax being a Vandal, the perfect age to be a descendant of Skolas, and Miserax also taking up the mantle of Kell of Kells. I mean, it could be a thing. I don't know, but I'm just putting it out there just in case anyone wants to take the idea and run with it. Because I'm not exactly the best. I'm not the most well-versed person with the story that happened to D1. I didn't fight Skolas. I didn't learn anything there. Most of the stuff I know is from our good friend Ishtar Collective. But all right, next topic. Gonna stop rambling about that and probably ramble about Misanax's voice because holy shit. Okay, first, this is a new seasonal set. Kind of looks like the space fish, as my friend Potato pointed out. Don't know what the hell's going on there. I don't know. This right here, the purple veins, this kind of vibe, reminds me of the Deepstone Crypt. Atrax 1 and all that. There might be a twist at the end that there's another Exolixni. I don't know. I wouldn't put it out of the I wouldn't put it out of the question. Also, that little nubbin right there makes me think, along with the back of this scout rifle and the back of this sniper, that these are some kind of modified weapons similar to the ones that you get in the Tangled Shore loot pool. Back when the Tangled Shore actually had its own unique loot pool, sorry. But this frame right here is some kind of crashed catch outside of Asterian Abyss. You can tell that's where it is because of this giant Vex. That actually looks like penis. Anyways, giant Vex structure. And the obviously this catch has been shot down. You can see not catch, skiff. Ugh, brain death. You can see the drop pods, like the spots where the drop claws would hook out. This is a House Salvation skiff based on the coloring. House Dusk has a dark brown. House Salvation has a pale white to blend in with the snow. Also, thing I'm noticing here, right there and also on the front of the Hunter, are what look to be covered ports for extra arms, which is interesting. I like that. Also, the Hunter has a Marauder hood. I don't like the back of the cloak, but the hood looks neat. Also, what the fuck is going on here? Also, I think that's the new seasonal ornaments in Eververse, because I don't recognize that cloak. Oh yeah, definitely. These are definitely the two ornaments. The Titan has the new LMG, probably Void. No. We got a Void one. We got an Arc one. I think this might be Solar. The Hunter has the new hand cannon. I think. The Warlock has. I think that's a breach load grenade launcher. The Hunter here has a sidearm. I don't know if this is a seasonal sidearm. No, it isn't because the handle is different. The Warlock has a new helmet. Interesting sword right here. Interesting sword right here and here. Do you recognize them? That's right, those are the swords from the Leviathan and the Menagerie. Callus' swords. Now, I don't know if those are being repurposed into the loot pool. I hope they are, because I loved Quickfang. But, it's interesting that those are there. Oh yeah, this is definitely a breach load grenade launcher. You can see the part that this swings down from. Alright. The Warlock is not holding anything. which means they're probably about to slam it down. Oh, I missed a frame. Next, we see. Let me slow this down so I can actually see it. All right, we see the shot. Fucking hell. We see the shotgun, the new. I think this is like the base armor with the different helmet. You can tell there are definitely some kind of Vexy things here. So you can see the shotgun, which has a similar model to a dearly beloved Fellwinter's. At least the handle reminds me of that. Though I don't know what kind of frame it would be. Next, we have what appears to be the scout rifle, or an auto rifle. I can't tell yet. But that also seems to look like the 7th Seraph auto rifle, which is interesting. Also, here, the Titan has a throne cleaver, so that's good. Interesting to notice that. Also, I think he might be wearing Aeon. No, I think this one's wearing Aeons, which is an interesting choice. Right. That right there was Miserax talking. Two things. One, Tangled Shore. Interesting place for the Vex to be, right? Like, we don't have any history of the Vex being on the Tangled Shore. It might be a connection to the Elixni, which is interesting, but I don't know why Miserax would pick this point to breach. Or the Vex would pick this point to attack. I don't know. I don't know if this is us being the aggressor here, or the Vex being the aggressor here. Also, I was right. So, these two seasonal ornaments. That one, these ones right here might be Eververse. This one might be the basic ornament. And this one might also be Eververse. Also, Throne Cleaver, Quick Fang. Don't remember what that one's called. And that might be a new seasonal sword. I can't tell. But anyways, why does the hunter have jeans and boots? A jacket. That man just got out of his house. He hasn't even armored up yet. No, there's Titan. Warlocks never wear. Oh no. Okay, that one right there is the Warlock seasonal armor. Because you can tell the fish. Right. Next, this geometry right here reminds me of the fucking simulations in Slime Rancher. I'm sorry to bring it up, but it does. It's the pale green blue in a geometric shape, unshaded and no textures. Well, okay, shaded but no textures. Erebus, please stop trying to break into my closet, you little shithead. Sorry, my cat. Speaking of, I got a cat since I last streamed, which is why I haven't been streaming. Because I've been trying to take care of her. I don't know if I actually streamed since I last got her. How long have I had you? Wait, no, because you're dumb. You don't remember. Anyways, this is in Sorix's Cut, I believe, was the name of this location. This is up towards the north of the map, near where you would click on the Presage mission. Near the Hangman and the Rifleman. Possibly parts of the Rifleman's. I remember him being up in his little spot. But anyways. I can guide you, but I cannot follow. Okay, so gonna have me Sarax narrating the activity. Right. We have our fire team of 6 here. This is a 6-man match-made activity. Interesting. So it's gonna be on the level of a raid. So those are the only other 6-man activities in the game. Also, why do I have a Discord notification? Alright. Okay. That Hunter was throwing an ice wall grenade that the Titan slams down on. The Warlock has a staff. Hunter silences Squall. We see a better view of the shotgun here. Again, has the little nubbins bit from the Tangled Short set. Looks like it has a bit of a broken... No, it doesn't. Okay. See it better there. I see more of... Oh, I'm actually starting to think we might get an ornament for Aeons. That'd be interesting. Okay, so there's obviously a banking moats mechanic. Thanks, Bungie. Yep. Hunter's winding up to bank a moat. Also, that is the seasonal ornament with golden trace and the new seasonal sidearm. Not the exotic sidearm, but a seasonal sidearm. Obviously, banking mode's mechanic. Looks like we're gonna have to do it 3 times. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming there's 3 over there, so it's about 9 modes that you have to bank. Okay, with 6 people, that's manageable. You can have 3 on the banking and 3 on the defense. Anyways. Once inside, you must find your own way. Wait. Fucking hell, I had another prophecy dream. Okay, about that. I had a dream about platforms and something that you'd shoot down in order to open a barrier. And there was basically a gaping abyss underneath. Looks like you have to break those or press those in order to shut that down. Because I don't see any enemies here. I don't see a sniper. I don't know what that is. I think it's just geometry. Also, notice that in here, pieces are breaking away and seem to be scuffed compared to the geometry that was outside, which is interesting. I don't know why that is. Next. Wait, we only have 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 6th? Also, another frame that I noticed right here. Right when you get in. Oh, that's bright. Can I get a better frame, please? That's the banking. There we go. There it is. Alright. More architecture. You can see some kind of enemy here that might be a wyvern getting ready to pounce. No, that was a light. Sorry. More cubes. There's a lot of cubes. Alright. Hunter throwing a ice ball grenade and holding a bow. I think that's Taiku's, actually. Big Atheon boy. Looks like Atheon, but isn't. I don't think it is. Atheon has this kind of vibe to him with like these crystals here, and that's because the vault of glass, actual glass. This looks like the final boss of the encounters, and in between you're going to be fighting minotaurs, which you will see later. Also, funny fish hat. That bit right there where the punching and the guns lined up with the music, I was like, oh, that's awesome. Oh, that right there, I noticed. I remember seeing this. I mean, an oh noise whenever he did it. Right here, charging up a thing. This looks like an Aegis, or some kind of Vex artifact, because he releases it out into his hand, right? That right there goes out, and I think that's just a random piece of Vex. But also, I don't remember that helmet. It kind of looks nice. Same with the chest piece. Oh, nope, never mind. Those are from Menagerie. But still, they look nice. Anyways, this bit right here, pushing out a Vex artifact to fight a thing. This reminds me of the Aegis from Vault of Glass, which was a shield made by, I think it was Kabir? I can't remember. One of them. I think it was the one that drank the Vex milk, which was Kabir. They made this artifact before they died, and they pushed their light into it to act as a kind of shield. Now, the Aegis is used as a mechanic for, I think, the Templar encounter? I can't remember much. I didn't play Vault of Glass. But, yeah, the Aegis is an important shield and contains a piece of one of the fire team that went into the Vault of Glass. The other 3, we don't know about them, because we're assuming that it was a 6-man fire team. The other 3 were completely wiped from time. Kabir, Praedyth, and... It was Kabir, Praedyth, and Pahanin were the 3 that went into the Vault of Glass that we know of. The other 3, if it was a 6-man fire team, we know nothing about. I think it... Wait, no, it might have been Pahanin who created the Aegis. I can't remember. Because I know Kabir drank the Vex milk. Praedyth actually got out, kind of. He sent ripples through time, and so we know about him. And Paladin, I don't remember much about. Anyways, cool Titan armor, interesting artifact. Okay, no new. That reminds. Oh, that right there might be new. That right there is definitely new. That's Garden of Salvation stuff. With the cloak. Oh no, this cloak is for the season. Okay. Helmet looks strange. Time Lost Raid returns. Vault of Glass. Alright, Bungie has addressed this right here. You will not be loading into a public instance of Venus. You'll be loading into a private instance, very similar to how Garden of Salvation works. Opposed to Deepstone Crypt and Last Wish. Garden, and I'm assuming Vault of Glass, load into separate copied instances of where they're supposed to take place. Deepstone Crypt and Last Wish, you can glitch through and go on patrol. You won't have a sparrow though. It kind of sucks. But Garden, if you walk backwards, you see a Vex wall there. Nothing behind it. People have glitched out of bounds. It is not the same instance as the Battlegrounds, which is interesting. Bungie has addressed that Venus is not a patrollable area just yet. Also, they are going to rip this completely out of the content vault. No changes other than balancing for, all of us being busted as fuck. If you can see the updates in the graphics here, I don't remember this being here. There might be just a Vanguard station so we can beam in. That right there is a transmat beacon. You can see the jungles of Venus. Venus is a very pretty place, especially with these flowers. But basically the Traveler turned it into a jungle. And I think there was also concept artistry of Guardians riding frogs. That might have been on Venus. But anyways. Take on the vaulted glass. That noise right there, the noise. Hold on, let me see if I can get a little bit of a better audio of it. That metallic scream, I think that might be a Gorgon. I don't know. This thing. First, we see the Titan shoot it in little bursts, right? Single burst has an interesting winding reticle. Reloads, slams it, and charges it like Devil's Ruin. Which then freezes enemies. I don't know how to feel about that. Now, if it's a special ammo sidearm, like Arianis is a special ammo hand cannon with the anti-barrier, I'd be fine with that. As long as they fix the ammo economy, but that's a different story entirely. This is obviously in the breach. But yeah. I still don't know how to feel about that hand cannon. I saw it the first time, I was like, oh, that's neat. And then it froze, and I was like, oh no. Also, this is a stasis weapon. The only other stasis weapon we currently have in the game is Salvation's Grip, or as I like to call it, Salvation's Breach, because I like using it to get through walls. Speaking of, on around day one, which is actually my birthday, I'm probably going to go ahead and clip through walls and just explore in here, because, honestly, they don't put out geometry patches on day one. It's not common. I don't care about getting worlds first. What I care about is glitching through the map. But yeah, anyways. And he throws a mallet. Alright, another thing I noticed about this expunge mission. Okay, Hunter doing a little dodge. I think that's an ornament for Outbreak, I can't tell. But the Vex here, right here, I don't remember Hydras being this detailed. I thought they only had one eye, not five. And then all the ones along the body and all of this. This might be a unique model, or we might just be getting an updated, reprised model of a Hydra, or this could be an Axis Mind. I don't know. Also, the tubes right here make me think it has weak spots up there, kind of like, what's it called? What's the boss from Eater of Worlds? It was like Protheon or something like that. I can't remember. God, I was in there for 4 hours and I can't remember. But, but yeah, Protheon, I think, was the dude who did that. And you had to go up top and shoot it or else he'd wipe you. I have a feeling those are going to act as weak spots. Not wipe spots, but similar. They actually reused Protheon's model during the Glasswave strike, which is interesting. Like, if you look closely, you can see the tongue and everything. It's disgusting. But, Vex. Right. Also, very spiky, which makes you think it might actually be an Axis Mine, because I don't remember Hydras normally having spikes. Right. Here we see the Titan with the machine gun. I think that's like a finisher. Yep, so we don't know what that staff does per se, but yeah. Also, if you look closely, little Elixir babies. And then, right when we first get introduced in an introduction to Misarax, you can also see the Elixni babies, which I think I pointed out. There they are. Also, the reason why I've been saying Misarax instead of Mithrax is that it's the actual pronunciation of his name. So this guy looks like he's got some kind of cybernetics here. Interesting. But yeah, look at them, they're small. Oh my god, there's one on that guy's back. All the dregs are just... Also, that's a unique model. I think that might be a Marauder or a Wretch. Yeah, it's obviously docked. So I don't know if it's a Marauder or a Wretch. Because I know that Marauders are basically just Vandals with cloaking technology. No one has ether tubes on their back. I see a second arm and a bunch of eyes here. So these are a bunch of refugees from House Salvation, right? Another thing that I noticed is that I can't remember which tab it was, but Vadix does mention that he misses Elixni fashion. Colorful, varied, finely made. Now, we don't exactly see the finely made here, but we definitely see the colorful and the varied. Which is interesting. I don't know if these are old-timey Elixni that remember the time on Reese, but then again, those are a dying breed. Now here, we see that's his top arm. His bottom right arm is kind of similar to how Aramet... Wait, no. No, it's his top right. Okay, and then I guess I just saw the angle wrong. He's obviously got a wire rifle here. And he's got the projection field, which allows him to shoot out a Vex portal that is quite literally a fucking wormhole. It dives into the Vex network. I still love that voice. Like, it's not exactly what I pictured for him, but then again, I mean, it worked. Also, I think that's the same voice actor as Praxis. Wait, okay, so I just realized the structure of this arena, especially with these, I thought those... Is there a curving block here? Yeah, some kind of curving block here. For a moment, that reminded me, again, of the final boss of Eater of Worlds. Wait. I don't think it's Protheon. Shit, hold on. It's not Panoptes. Fucking hell, what was his name? I think it started with a P. One of you guys, can you please correct me? Alright. Splicer Gauntlets, an artifact. Alright, I haven't checked. I haven't checked chat in a while. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, hey guys. So, Fish, Galaxy, Potato, welcome to hell. I'm so sorry I haven't been checking chat. Anyways, yeah. Do any of you guys know the name of the final boss of Eater of Worlds? Because I forget. Anyways. Oh, hi, kitty. Hello. My cat's yelling at me. Alright. Still love that bit. There's more information on this later. I'll go through that. Looked like there was some kind of elevator, so get ready to die of physics. Yeah, that's either an oracle or a gorgon. Funny how Miserax is saying grab your light, and yet the entire fight is using stasis. Also interesting that they end it on this note with the Stasis Valkyrie. But yeah. Also, my stream is so fucking behind. Holy shit. What's my kind of delay? Have I had any blips? I don't seem like I've had any blips. Sorry for showing you guys behind the background. And now that we watched that, time to explore Bungie.net. First, F12. Alright, this is a lot of interesting things here. Season of the Splicer. I don't know, I sparked with the question mark. This is all formatting shit. I actually recognize this. This is HTML. It's a very simple language. However, okay. Nice. Nice job. Someone didn't patch those. I remember when I was working with HTML, if I had a single even fucking warning, I'd panic. Alright. Again. Don't know why there's an ad here. Oh, it's identified as an ad frame. We don't know if it's an actual ad frame. Right. Right. None of that seems important. Okay, so that there is basically what it's formatting. So all of this is formatting for that. That's boring. Anyways, back here. An Endless Night, Season 14 story. The Vex have plunged the last city into an endless night, threatening the safety once found beneath the watchful presence of the traveler. It is here, bathed in perpetual moonlight, that Akora reveals the identity of an unlikely ally that may hold the keys to triumphing over this attack. Allies bound by light. Mithrax, killed the House of Light, leads a small group of Elixir who wish to be closer to the traveler. As a sacred splicer, he possesses the knowledge needed to combat the Vex technology that ensnares the last city. There's a bond of light shared here, but will it be enough? I noticed here that he still has half. This is interesting. Right around here, this looks like Exolixni. Mithrax 1? Question mark? But no. He has a I can't remember what that's called. It's not a scorch cannon. It's like it's not a wire rifle. Actually, it might be a scorch cannon. I can't remember. No, scorch cannons are the ones over your arm. Anyways, he has one of those, and he also has the same costume that he was wearing whenever he, wait, that's some Scourge in the background. That's Scourge. Oh shit. That's the Bassa district. You can see Insurrection Prime collapsed in the background. I don't know if they just took a shot from Scourge and put the Elixir here, but it's interesting. Also, it looks like he has a bit of a faux tracers here. He has an interesting helmet. Not a big fan of it, but eh. Yeah. Either he lost that arm entirely and just consuming, or it's the same kind of deal that Asher had, and it's the Vex tech consuming him. You also see the purpley stuff here that's spreading down his leg. Very interesting design here. I do like it. Except for the helmet. The helmet could be better. Also, you can see the fur clipping through that. That's funny. But yeah, unique model. Probably gonna see him in movement like we did with Kaido. The helm upgrade. A new chamber overlooking the loading bay has been completed. It is here that the Vanguard will harness new Splicer tech and plan their response to the Vex incursion. This is a pilot servitor. These servitors are mostly used for piloting skiffs and catches. Every stream you do is delayed. Okay, fine. Sorry. But, alright. First thing we see is this. Also, the House Sigil. I mentioned that it looked kind of like the House of Exile. But, eh. We get a better look of it here. Funny hunter cloak. Interesting geometry on the Warlock and Titan. But yeah, these definitely remind me of Atrax. The armor here. Also looks like the Titan has room for extra arms there too, which I like. Way of the Splicer. Override. Fire teams of 6, will use Splicer tech to hack the Vex network, uncover their secrets, steal the code, and use their power against them. Okay, obviously it has Overload champions. Fuck. Those are elite harpies, not gorgons. Expunge. Each week, Guardians will uncover new vulnerabilities within the Vex network and use Splicer keys to infiltrate and collapse it from within. Alright, so basically you get keys from this to allow you to do like the presage thing. Right? Really pretty here. Also interesting that the moon and the Tangled Shore are the featured places here. Didn't we have those recently? Oh yeah, Season of the Hunt. Except the moon wasn't really featured. And we also have the beautiful Venus and the Vault of Glass. This is free for all players, by the way. So if you're a broke bitch and haven't bought Beyond Light, you're in luck. The Time Lost Raid returns. Stored away deep in the Vault of Glass on Venus is Atheon Times Conflux. No one knows what this Vex is. Guardians must access the vault, navigate the fractures in space and time, and terminate Atheon before it can become an unstoppable threat. And then there's the Bungie rewards for completing the raid. Armor synthesis, I mentioned this. Grow your collection among the stars and forge your look in the last city. Every journey and every guardian is unique. Yours should be too. With the help of 81, Guardians will recover Braid Tech secrets from Europa that allow the building of a device known as the Loom. So obviously we're opening back up Ada's workshop. I don't like how they've gotten rid of the Black Armory aesthetic and replaced it with Clovis Bray, but whatever. Once operational, Ada will safeguard the loom within the tower, granting Guardians the ability to create Synthweave. Synthweave unlocks the power to turn almost any piece of armor into a universal ornament. Armaments. That's binary. Can't remember how to translate that. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 8 slots. As I said, this seems like a combination of Braytech, like Deepstone Crypt stuffed. I was right about this being a breach load grenade launcher, I think. That is the scout, because the bullpup mag. This looks to be no, that's the scout, that's the sniper, I think. That's a sidearm. Or that's an SMG. I can't no, that one might be the SMG, that one might be the sniper. I mean the scout, fuck. Anyways, yeah. Over 30 new and revised legendary weapons to crash the Vets network with. Find the perfect weapon, the perfect roll, and bring an end to the endless night. Star Eater scales. I don't like the faces on those, but those remind me of Wish Dragon scales. Allows hunters to feast upon orbs of power, charging super more quickly and making it more potent. So basically, if you combine this with Tether, it'd be overpowered as fuck. But yeah. Next, Path of Burning Steps. Titan armor converts solar eliminations into increased weapon damage and makes them more difficult to lock down with stasis. Right. Here, we see a skiff in the background. That's probably the new location. Also, he's just got heaters on his legs. Like, eh. Also, don't like that cloak. That might be basic. I mean, not cloak, mark. I do like this bit. Don't like the fabric. Solar eliminations. You know what element Fellwinter's is? Solar. Imagine aping with Fellwinter's and Burning Steps and not being able to get frozen by a glacier grenade. This is gonna ruin PvP. I'm sorry. Boots of the Assembler. Condenses a Warlock's Rift healing or empowering energy into projectiles that seek out their allies to bless them with noble benefits. So basically, it's like Lumina, but for your pants. I see this being useful in GMs, possibly. Also, that's the pilot servitor. We're just gonna have Elixir wandering around in there. Right? This is on Venus. I don't know why it's on Venus and different than the other two, because those are bright orange. And that one's blue. Anyways. And then there's the season pass ornaments. The Splicer Gauntlet. The Cryosthesia 77k. Interesting. Again, Braytech vibes. You see the gauntlet? This is similar to what Misarax was wearing, but his had, I think, more prongs than this. Also, it's obviously built for human hands. 5 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it seems to be able to shrink down to fit your wrist, which is interesting. And then you have the universal ornaments, which I really like. Also, this symbol right here is the house. Right, there's that. A new finisher. Or is that? Yeah, it's a finisher because it has a skull in the background. Those look like materials that you'd use to trade with Misarax or someone like that. Probably like someone that communicates with them. 35, you get the gun for free. I see shader there and there, so they're fairly early in the past. That's pretty good. The house light symbol for an entrance. You get the new machine gun at 30 for free. And then at 45, you get the new shotgun. Yeah, it's a new shotgun. 50, season pass owners get the Sparrow. 55, Exotic Cipher. 64 is when you start getting the ornaments. And then there's an emote. An ornament for the gun, another emote. That one's exotic. Oh, great. Gotta grind all the way to there. Alright. This information here is important. Seasonal reward track. Season pass owners get all of them. Free for everyone. Only gets the top row. Alright? And it doesn't pay out much after 30. 1 through 20 gives you a fair amount. Season pass owners get all seasonal gear and armor if they can earn it. Free for everyone. Select. And that's because you only get a free trial of the 6 main activity and a weekly, and you don't get to do the pinnacle mission. You only have selected challenges. And you do not instantly get the sidearm. You are not able at all to do the weekly pinnacle mission. And you're only able to start the override a week after logging in for the first time. However, season pass owners get all this shit right off the bat. Alright, I'm gonna have to go in a minute. But I know I heard you. Sorry, talking to someone. But yeah. This is Misarax. Again, you can see more about the Vex stuff here. That hand looks very synthetic. Like, I don't think that's his real hand. Next, we see Misarax's crashed ship outside of Astarion. Interesting shot of this. Can I? No, I can't go to the next one like that. We see the pilot server here. Oh, this might be our communication with Misarax. We see Pseudo-Atheon is what I'm going to call him until we know what he actually is. Loom and Ada hard at work. Then we see the entry to something. We already saw that one trailer. We have our poor little servitor here and our mechanic who's working on it. That's going to be in the tower, by the way. We have Elixir babies and a bunch of refugees being led by Misarax. Then we have Misarax himself and another view of an area. Oh, that right there reminds me of the cage matches. That'll happen on patrol on Nessus between the captain and all that. We see a couple of X down there having a ball. But yeah. And then there's the FAQ. You guys want to check that out. This right here. August 10th is the epilogue of the season, right? The season fully ends August 24th. On May 11th, the intro mission for the armor synthesis and the Endless Night begins. That's available to free for all players. New Stasis aspect quests. I was right, there are going to be more. That's probably where the Warlock staff, like spear comes from. Which can be used by all players of a fire team, which is interesting. Also, I noticed that this image has been mirrored. see that this is his left hand instead of his right. Also, Override Europa requires Season of the Splicer. May 14th is the first day of Trials. Get ready for Hell. May 18th, first day of Iron Banner, and the Override on the Moon opens. May 22nd, 11 days after the season starts, is when Vault of Glass launches. That's free for everyone. May 25th, Override on the Tangled Shore, and the weekly Pinnacle mission becomes possible. June 1st, weekly Pinnacle mission. Again, that's like the second week of it. June 8th, Iron Banner, and we get another day in the weekly Pinnacle. This seems to update kind of like Presage does. On June 15th, the Raid Challenge is open for Vault of Glass. These, again, are free to all players. I have a feeling that might be hard mode. June 22nd, weekly Pinnacle mission. June 29th, the third Iron Banner, I think that's third, and weekly Pinnacle. July 6th, Solstice, and the Vault of Glass difficulty options are unlocked. Yep, okay, so they are adding a hard mode. This is the raid challenges. So, like how Deepstone released its challenges a couple of weeks after the raid officially launched, like Core 4, whatever. And then Solstice ends August 3rd. So, yeah, from July 6th to August 3rd for Solstice. And Iron Banner again, and then August 10th is the Epilogue. And more. Take a screenshot of this, because this is important. Or, if you need to find it, it is at bungie.net for Season of the Splicer. Now, I'm not going to go through the FAQ because I'm running out of time. Thank you all for tuning in, and probably stream whenever I start glitching through Vault, because I really want to do that. Also, I wonder where they're going to put it on the map. Are they going to, like, make a different tab for the raids? That'd be interesting. Like, you know how Leviathan had its own individual tab under Nessus? If they do that for all the raids, so they don't have to put it on the actual map of Europa or Dreaming City or the Moon or whatever to clear up space for more things, that'd be cool. I'd like that. But other than that, ignore me learning. Do you like doing PvP or PvE? I hate PvP with a burning fucking passion. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I only do Iron Banner whenever I have to. And Trials, again, only if I have to. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am going to go ahead and, oh, great. Fucking hell, we're gonna end up with a goddamn loop. Anyways,